Greetings, Terrarians. Khaios here. Welcome back to another episode of Project Ghost. So, at the bottom of the screen, you might notice the new kind of interface down there. And what this is something that I designed. I want to kind of show you guys a better idea of what materials I'm working with when I do my builds, particularly for my time-lapse sections, because I feel like it could be kind of difficult to see what's going on, where and when, in terms of my material choices and paints and what have you. So what I'm going to try out is this concept that you see down below, which will show you what materials I'm currently working with. On the left side, you'll see what materials I used previously, and on the right side, you'll see what materials I'm about to use. It's just something that I want to try out, see how it goes. So let me know in the comments what you guys think about this segment down here. Do you guys like it? Do you want to see more of it? Do you think it's not necessary? Let me know what you think. So off screen, I did a little bit of terrain work in T-Edit just to save time. Plus I wanted to get these wall designs that you can't normally get in vanilla Terraria. I haven't done any shaping yet, obviously. I'm going to be doing a lot of fine detail work today, but this will be the segment where the waterfall is going to happen. I'm going to have to dig this down and figure out how to make it look nice. But there will be a little lily pad parkour over here, plus waterfall parkour here. I'm thinking that there will be 2, maybe 3 different cave options in here for players to go through. All of the entrances will lead to the goal eventually. This isn't a maze. I don't want to get any players lost, but I do want them to think about what they're going to do, because some paths might be easier, some paths might be more difficult. That said, I also need to work on reducing the amount of sandstone I have here, because I have the curse of the desert biome going on here, and that means sandstorms, ugly water, backgrounds that don't match, and what have you. So I need to reduce the total count of the sandstone to under 1000 on a single screen frame. Obviously, that's going to take some time to figure out. This entire thing isn't sandstone. There, you see a little bit right here maybe. There is some dirt in between, so it's not sandstone all the way through, but I do need to reduce the amount. So I'm going to go ahead and get started on the waterfall here, and for now I'm just going to leave this water gated off, just so I have an area that I can work around with without having to worry about swimming. I will open it up in a bit once that's done, but I'm going to speed up the video at this point and just kind of dink around with the waterfall until I'm happy with it. Alright, so for the most part, the waterfall is looking pretty good. I'm going to be doing some detail work on it. You can see that we also got rid of the desert biome, so now that the sandstone is under 1,000, things are looking better. So I've got these waterfall, I guess, textures, which will kind of help you see where things are, make visual indicators on the blocks and what have you. Let's see. Debating changing things up a little bit too, and deciding how things will look. For now, let's grab some negative paint and some smoke blocks, which I'm sure I brought. Here we are. And what I'm going to do is just anywhere the waterfall meets the pool of water, I'm just going to place these. I feel like it makes a really decent looking waterfall splash effect, as you can see here, without emitting light. I've noticed a lot of players will use like living fire painted white or something like that, but those glow. It stands out a lot to me. If you want the light, then good on you. It's not particularly what I'm after. So I like to use this the smoke block and paint it with negative paint. Kind of just makes it look a little bit better in my opinion. So I'm just going to kind of place the smoke block wherever the waterfall meets with tiles. And the way that it kind of shapes itself whenever you place it next to each other is a little bit strange. So it kind of takes some messing around with to get it looking just the way you'd like. Something to note that you can hammer these blocks, but unfortunately there's a bug. I think maybe it's the way they're intended to be. Maybe you're not supposed to be able to hammer them at all, but when you hammer a smoke block and then log out and log back in, the hammer that you have done, the shape that you had given the block, will be completely gone. So it's kind of not worth doing, in that you would have to do it pretty much every single time you logged into the game. It's just really not worthwhile, in my opinion. So now that we have those collision points kind of highlighted by throwing what looks like splash marks around, I'm going to go ahead and just give shape to any of these stone segments here. And anywhere you see that I've placed this stone wall, it's just a placeholder for me to get back into T-Edit after I'm done recording and replace it with the texture that I have behind. So don't worry that it kind of pops out. It'll look a lot better once I've got it fixed. So I'll also just give shape to this segment where the waterfall's coming from as well. And I did increase the height on this just to make sure that players won't be able to jump up here. This is going to be kind of out of bounds, and I don't want players in it for the race. Although, knowing you guys, you'll find some way to do it, right? Okay, so just basically I'm going to be doing some fine details here. I completely forgot to swap out my negative for gray paint again. Kind of looks like a nice ice though. Might keep that in mind for later. A lot of times I will learn how to do something new completely on mistake and kind of just enjoy it and go with it. So I actually do end up liking that more. I placed this tile here which switched the waterfall direction from going this way, which normally would pull in here. I don't know why it's not right now. But to pulling down here, and I kind of do like that a bit more. So just gonna leave that as is. Maybe shape it. No, I'll just leave it just like that. And then I can give this a little bit more shape. And it will make it a little bit easier for players to get from this jump up to here, but that's perfectly fine with me. This lily pad's kind of like a red herring. It is not going to be reachable from the water, I don't think. Oh, perhaps it will. Let's go ahead and change that a little bit. There. Alright, that ought to do. Yeah. Just to be safe, we'll get rid of that. So this lily pad won't actually lead, or won't actually be reachable. You can't jump to it from this lily pad over here directly without first jumping onto the rock segment right here. But I mean, you might as well just jump into the cave and save time at that point. So it's kind of just to lure players to try to make this jump and then fall into the water, and then they'll probably have fish attacking them in the water, or maybe some other trap. I do have this path that will kind of be in the water. You guys notice it now because obviously you're watching me build it. Not every player may notice it in the future, and that's kind of my goal, I suppose. And basically, I want to give players kind of hidden, more dangerous way, because obviously there'll be the fish in the water attacking you. But if you get through that alive, that path might actually be the safest or fastest route to the end goal. We'll see. So next up, when it comes to the waterfall, I'm debating adding some more details. Thinking about maybe using some stone, wherever I have it, there it is, with some actuators, and I'm thinking it might look good if I go ahead and do something like this. We'll just see. I might change my mind about this. And then if I just kind of give them some shape, and actuate it. Curious that the block wasn't falling through when it sloped. I actually didn't realize that waterfalls will not travel through actuated blocks that are sloped. It'll collide with them, which is weird because it collides, or it passes through unsloped actuated blocks. So that might not be doable for now, my idea. However, I might be able to utilize that in the future. But let's just take a look at the goal of this stone here is to kind of give the waterfall a less straight edge shape to it. Yeah, I think I'm going to leave it out. I might toy around with it off camera a bit. I don't want to spend too much time experimenting, and we're probably pretty late into the episode anyway. So let's see what else I could do for today. I don't really want to get started on these tunnels until the next episode, because that's going to take a bit of design and planning and work to get them all kind of intermingled, but not too intermingled and stuff like that. So I think for today, we'll actually just call it a little bit early and make this a bit of a shorter episode. So again, let me know in the comments if you guys like the bar at the bottom that I have going on, if you'd like to see more of it. Let me know what you think of Project Ghost so far. Is it something that's interesting to you? Would you like to participate in a race like this? To be honest, the course is almost done. I'll do these 2 segments here, and this is kind of the length that I want the course to be. So I'd say we've got a good 2/3 of the way through. And once the first course is done, I'm actually planning on releasing the map to the public. And then I will kind of just do like a continued Project Ghost with the 9 other courses that I have planned, and I'll just release the map in different versions every time a different course is done. So let me know if you guys are interested in playing, and perhaps we could have a play session with all of us in the future once the first course is done. Maybe. We'll see. But for now, I thank you all very much for watching. Be sure to hit the like button and subscribe to the channel for more content from me. I'll catch you all later. Happy building.